I'm a museum curator and I'm used to install exhibitions of paintings and drawings. So this is much more difficult. Everything has to be done with an extreme precision. Well, I don't mean that when you install paintings you can just be imprecise, but there, for instance, usually you first install the whole museography, the whole scenography, and then the works of art start to arrive. Here, because of the space, we had to do it little by little, which is very different. Also the weight of those objects and the difficulty to have them climb the stairs is something very special. But this is also what will give the beauty of the exhibition, because when you will arrive, those cars will be elevated and you will discover them from they will be at the top, and it is very important, but it's very demanding, you know. I chose to focus on a period in history when for the public the evolution of car bodies and car technique is quite obvious, because it starts with cars where the mechanical aspect is very strong and can be seen from the outside, and this is the 30s, and it ends at the beginning of the 60s with a Ferrari 250 LM, where everything is wrapped in a very beautiful shape which is aerodynamic. And then Mr. Loren had the good idea to add the McLaren, which is 1996, and which linked with that Ferrari, show that Ferrari arrived to a step in classicism in the design of the body, and the McLaren has the same proportions, the same space for the driver, the same place for the engine, which is in the back of the driver. Those two cars are very close and very different at the same time. So the issue of the exhibition is to give the public, only by looking at the cars, the idea of an evolution of technique and of creation, and what's on a man's mind when he creates a car. So there is a progression in that exhibition from 1929 to 1961 and later. The choice was to create links between the objects. Exactly when you make an exhibition on paintings, you just don't put paintings on the walls like that. You have to create a kind of way that brings the eye from one painting to another. I tried to do the same with the cars. For instance, when you look on the same level to the Porsche Spyder and the Jaguar XKD, I hope that you can understand that they are not at all conceived with the same idea. With the Porsche, the engine is in the back, the Jaguar is in the front, and so on and so on. They are very, very different. The Porsche is air-cooled, the Jaguar is water-cooled, and so on. But they are both 1955, and they get some family look. Very low, very aerodynamic. The color is different, but the shape have a kind of they look partner in something, in some project, which means that they look, the factories looked at each other just like artists looked at each other. So that was the purpose. That was how I did the choice. For me, cars are art pieces. They are just art pieces that can move, and movement, speed, sound is part of the artistic content. So that's why we chose to have 2 rooms where you can hear recordings of the cars, to create that impression that the car is not only, it is a sculpture, they are presented like sculptures on podiums and so on, but we wanted also to have that aspect of movement. And also we have worked with the Bewley Museum on archive films, And we have found some films where you see the cars that are exhibited in action in the 30s. So it's very important to understand that they are sculptures, but they are not only sculptures. They also can be driven and be driven fast. And this is part of their artistic aspect.